Hey, you ever want to play your favorite anime character in a tabletop RPG and the system would, kind of let you do it, but not really? Well, then you should play Worlds of Myth. Welcome to MythTube, where we build your favorite anime characters in Worlds of Myth. What is Worlds of Myth, you may ask? Well, Myth is a tabletop RPG that I designed to allow you to build the over-the-top characters you only find in shonen battle anime. Characters like Naruto, Deku, Meliodas, and Ken Kaneki are all examples of characters this game can easily let you build. The game is in late beta right now, so you can head on over to worldsofmyth.net and download a free PDF, and you can also download a variety of other supplements. Yeah, for free. My goal is to spread awareness of the game before its official launch, and I want as many of you as possible to have fun playing it. You can also head on over to our Discord at Sinister Jester Worlds of Myth, where you can talk all things about the game, find a group to play with, or check out some of the other games we're testing. But without further ado, let's talk about who we're building today. Today we are building Son Goku from the legendary series Dragon Ball Z. This show had a lot to do with bringing anime into the mainstream of America, so I have a lot of gratitude and respect for the show. That being said, I never really watched it that much. I know. You're probably all saying I should surrender my weeb card and stand trial for crimes against otaku culture, but hear me out. When I was first getting into anime as a teenager, I loved shows like Bleach, Naruto, and Full Metal Alchemist. Shows with really cool fight scenes, eclectic characters, and diverse and interesting powers. And while Dragon Ball Z had some very diverse looking characters, at the end of the day, they all pretty much had the same power set. Overpowered troll dolls flying around, shooting laser beams, and beating the shit out of each other. I know there are a few outliers in that, like this dude who can stop time and another dude that is a world-ending threat but can turn people into chocolate for some reason. But for the most part, it just wasn't enough to hold my interest. But I know that many of you love Dragon Ball Z, so I did nest in some abilities in the game to make Z fighters. And armed with the knowledge of a Wikipedia fan page, general hearsay, and 5 full episodes of Dragon Ball Z abridged, I'm gonna give him a good old college try to make Goku. If any of you have ideas on how Goku could be built better with the system of Worlds of Myth, I'd love to hear about it. Go ahead and put a comment in the comments section telling me how you would build Goku. So real quick, tiers. I don't know Dragon Ball Z tiers of power super well, but I know that Goku has fought toe-to-toe with literal gods. And while we don't count stuff that's not animated, I believe he also beat Dragon Ball Z Satan, right? He did that? Anyway, there is no way we're not building him as a max level 30 character. But before we go into the build, let's set some expectations. If you are expecting to come away from this video with a character sheet that can literally punch so hard he sends rippling vibrations through the universe, then yeah, sorry, but myth numbers don't get quite that high. A character that moves that fast and is that powerful can only exist in an abstract system, not one that uses table measurements. However, if you want a character who can fly, shoot key lasers, and can transform into a bunch of forms that make him stronger than pretty much anybody else, then this is the build for you. So, Goku is a Saiyan from the planet Vegeta, which basically makes you anime Superman with bodacious hair. He is ridiculously fast, strong, and durable, and has incredible amounts of willpower. In a fight, he has the ability to gradually grow stronger and adapt as the battle goes on, and is considered a combat genius, though in pretty much every other way he is dumb as bricks. He can fly, he can teleport, he can speak telepathically, is an expert martial artist, and can shoot weaponized ki blasts, including his signature Kamehameha. When he really wants to defeat someone, he can use Spirit Bomb, which draws from the life energy of all living things around him and collects it in a huge, evil, smashing ball of ouch. He can increase his physical abilities at the cost of dealing constant damage to himself using Kaioken, and then he has his ever so famous Super Saiyan forms. So many hairstyles. Each of these new forms increases all of his abilities, and they are creatively named Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, 4, and then moving up to having less cool looking hair, but still more powerful forms with Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue, and then finally finishing things off with Ultra Instinct. Lastly, once he started getting his God forms, I guess he learned how to heal things, so he can just do that. Starting with level 1 for Goku's stats, we are going with the Shonen protagonist spread with 4 speed, 4 power, 4 skill, 1 cunning, and 4 heart. For our race, we're going to go into the beta and use the totally original Kamazan race, which just so happens to perfectly meet our archetypal needs. Kamazans get +2 speed, +2 power, +2 skill at level 1, and will only ever get 1 measly gene slot. You can also fly for free so long as you have Myth in the tank, and since you are Kidku, you can just reflavor this as riding on a cloud. You also get Superior Being, which means that you get +5 to your stat cap, so you cap at 20 instead of 15. Like, say, Krillin. Please like this video, I'm trying. Krillin jokes are a thing, right? For your spell schools, you get Holy Mancy, Vitamancy, Psimancy, and 2 specialty or elemental spell schools of choice. We'll go ahead and pick up Mortimancy or Death Magic. This will make sense later, and then we don't really need anything else, so why not Pyromancy? With all the hot-blooded protagonist energy running through you, it makes sense that Goku would be a fire type. For talents, you get Intimidation/Rage at level 1 for free. This helps you boss people around, which is not really your style, but you have it. Then we get to pick up another talent. We'll go with Will to Live. That gives you +5 to life-saving rolls. For your level 1 kit, we've got 5 upgrade points to work with, and let's first pick up the gene Alter Ego, cause can't you turn into a monkey or something? This will serve as our Great 8 transformation for right now, and we'll also upgrade it and reflavor into something different later. But basically, you spend 2 actions and 20 myth to get +4 to all of your stats, but then you surrender control of your character over to your GM, who is obligated to treat your friends as foes. With only 2 upgrade points left, that means we're just going to go ahead and pick up Monk level 2. Skipping to level 5, you are now an adult and officially working your way through the Dragon Ball Z saga. This is probably around the time you fought your brother and maybe the Piccolo arc. It's kind of hard to picture that guy as a bad guy, but I think he was at one point. For these levels, we get +20 HP, +40 myth, 21 upgrade points, and +4 stats. We'll go ahead and put all 4 into Cunning. I hate that we're making him smarter. I mean, the man literally thought that divorce was some type of food, but we need it for later levels of monks, so go ahead and chalk it up to Combat Genius. For our racial bonuses, we also get another +3 speed, power, and skill, making us pretty physically intimidating already. For our level 5 kit, we have to have a Kamehameha, so we'll get that in the form of the spell Burning Light level 5. Which allows us to shoot a beam of holy energy that hits everything in a 5-foot wide, 200-foot long line. We'll also get improved heart level 1 so we can reach those monk stat minimums and then pick up monk level 5 and dual wielding. This will let you dual wield your kicks with your punches. We'll finish this level off by jacking up his stats some more with improved speed level 1, improved power level 1, improved skill level 2, and improved heart level 6. Diving into tier 2, by this point you have been wading your way through the Frieza arc and have just achieved your first Super Saiyan form. For these levels you get another +25 HP, +50 myth, +27 upgrade points, your first stack of overcharge, and +5 stat points. We'll go ahead and pour all 5 of those into your heart, your passionate guy literally defined by your iron will to overcome any obstacle. As a Kamazen, you get another +1 speed, power, and skill, and you get your super form level 1, aka Super Saiyan 1. For 2 actions and 20 myth, this allows you to bleach your hair blonde for the duration of a combat and gain +3 to all of your stats for style points while you're at it. So the first thing we're going to pick up for this level is your Kaioken technique, because you're going to need it against the baddies you'll be facing. That'll come in the form of Reaper's speed, power, skill, and heart. For each one of these bad boys, you'll need to spend a passive action and an initial cost of 7 myth and 7 of your HP with an upkeep of another 4 myth and 4 HP every turn. But in return, you'll get a whopping +7 to the corresponding stat. Nice! We'll also go ahead and increase your Cunning to 10 with improved Cunning level 5. Again, chalk it up to Combat Genius, and hey, this lets you get better analysis rolls so that you can learn opponents' attacks. This will give us the minimums we need in order to pick up Efficient and Godly Speed. Together, these 2 growths will give us an extra action each turn and enable us to cast our full Kaioken in 1 turn. Next, we'll pick up Last Stand level 2. This will make it so that once a day when you are supposed to die, you just don't and can resurrect on your next turn with an amount of HP equal to your heart stat and +3 to all your stats. This will represent that annoying resilience you have where even when you are clearly beaten, you still stand up and only get stronger. And finally, we'll spend our last 2 points in order to get Durable level 2 for an extra +20 HP. Goku can really take a beating. By level 15, you're battling your way through the Android and Cell Saga. By this level, you'll get another +25 HP, another +50 myth, another +1 overcharge, 28 more upgrade points, and 5 stat points, which we will put into speed, power, skill, and heart. Mercifully, we don't have to make him any smarter for this build to work, but that won't keep us from immediately abusing his rather high cunning stat by picking up Genius Spellcaster at
at level 2. For 4 measly upgrade points and a cunning of 10, we get 5 new spells at level 2. That means greater speed, power, skill, and heart level 2, and then I guess we might as well pick up heal level 2 here. Spend an action in 5 myths to toss a sensu bean at someone up to 40 feet away and heal them by 1d8 plus heart. We'll also immediately spend another 4 upgrade points in order to max all of those greater stat spells we just picked up. For a passive action in 10 myth, you can cast one of the greater stat spells in order to increase your corresponding stat by +5 until the end of the battle. This sort of represents your constant improvement as the battle rages on, or maybe just one of those screaming moments where you power up and then just get better for no apparent reason than guts and anime bullshit. We'll also go ahead and pick up grit level 1, so long as you are not wearing any armor, which I don't think Goku ever does. You get +5 protection, which is damage reduction, meaning that all attacks do 5 less damage to you. That leaves us with 18 upgrade points, which we're just going to blow on stats. It's a simple tier, but we really need to get our base numbers up. Between finishing the rest of the Cell Saga and also defeating Boo, you are officially an epic level character and can officially start picking up stuff with the epic tag in its cost. By the time you hit level 20, you'll get an additional +25 HP, +50 myth, +1 overcharge, 30 upgrade points, +5 to all of your stat caps, and +5 stats. We'll go ahead and spread those stats across speed, power, and skill. You are also granted another +1 speed, +1 power, and +1 skill from your race. And then on top of that, you unlock your super form level 2. You can activate this form while already in your super form level 1 in order to upgrade your bonuses from +3 to all stats to +5. It doesn't sound like a lot, but believe me, it all adds up. We'll call this Super Saiyan 2. But we're going to need many more forms in order to satisfy all of those hairstyles. We'll start by getting our Super Saiyan 3 in the form of the spell Release Form level 2. For 20 myth with 2 actions and a passive, you get +5 to all of your stats. Then we'll go ahead and spend another 8 upgrade points mastering all of our Reaper and greater stat spells, which will bring us down to 12 remaining upgrade points. We'll finish things off in this tier by picking up improved speed, power, skill, and heart at level 10 to give us another +3 to all the base stats we care about. Skipping to the end of tier 5, you get another +25 HP, +50 myth, +1 overcharge, 30 more upgrade points, another +5 to your stat caps, and 5 more stats. We're going to dump all of that into heart since with our racial bonuses, we're already getting +1 speed, power, and skill, which means that all the stats we care about will be a nice round 25. Diving into our upgrades, first things first, we're going to need a Super Saiyan 4 form. This is why I grabbed Alter Ego all those levels back, because this is the most monkey looking of all your forms, and as I understand it, it sort of draws from your grade 8 form. That's probably wrong, but we're just going to go with it. We'll start off by leveling Alter Ego to level 3. This will make it so your Ego Takeover form grants you +7 to all your stats, and you still maintain control over your character. We'll also go about maxing our old kit by getting Monk level 6, Burning Light level 6, and then getting Durable level 5, which will give us another +30 HP, Spiritual level 5, which will give us +50 myth, and Wisdom level 1, which will grant us another +20 myth. Then we'll finish things off in this tier by picking up the beta ultimate spell known as Light of Judgment level 2. This will be our Spirit Bomb. Sorry this took me so long, but other things were just more pressing. For 2 actions and 30 myth, we can cause a 120-foot explosion that deals 40 dual-wielded base holy damage and only hurts who we want it to. So you can bring the big ouch only to the bad guys. Keep in mind that with 4 stacks of overcharge, you can add another +80 damage and 200 feet to the radius of this spell. But wait, Avram, Spirit Bomb uses the life energy of the world. That's not a perfect representation of the ability. Well, yeah, you're right, it's not. When designing spells and abilities, I take inspiration from anime, but I also try to keep it vague enough that it's not an outright complete copy. And it also has to fit within the myth universe, not just within the anime universe. If you want to get that gimme your energy bitches, friends effect, just ask your companions to learn the spell Myth Share so that they can go ahead and top you off. Okay, here we are, at level 30, finally. By the time you've reached this tier, you will have battled with Beerus, obtained Super Saiyan Blue, and also defeated Jiren. For this tier, level 30 is the capstone of all capstones, so we'll be getting a lot more than usual. By this level, you will get plus 30 HP, plus 60 myth, plus 2 stacks of overcharge, a whopping 45 upgrade points, plus 5 to all your stat caps, and plus 6 stats. We'll go ahead and put 5 into your heart. You are going to need a ton of myth to maintain all these forms, and then we'll put the last stat point into your skill stat so that you can beat people up real good. As a fully realized Kamazin, you get a final plus 1 to your speed, power, and skill, and you get Super Form level 3, which you can activate while in Super Form level 2 in order to upgrade the stat bonuses from plus 5 to plus 7. Oh boy, final tier, 45 upgrade points. Let's do this. By the time you activate Super Form level 3 with all of your other buffs, that ought to count as your first God form, but we need more. So let's spend 5 upgrade points to grab Release Form level 3. This gives us the subspell Second Release, which can only be cast while in Release Form level 2. It costs us 60 myth, but adds another plus 5 to our stats and gives us plus 1 overcharge. Next, we're going to make sure we have our Ultra Instinct by grabbing Thunder God level 3. For 2 actions and 40 myth, this gives us plus 7 to all of our stats and plus 5 electric damage. I know that Ultra Instinct isn't necessarily lightning-y, but this form does track with the insane boost to all of our abilities and lightning quick reflexes. Next, we're going to increase the number of overcharge stacks we have to godly levels with Overflowing Spirit, which will add our 7th and final stack of overcharge. We'll go ahead and max out our Spirit Bomb with Light of Judgment level 3. This will give us an even bigger ball of ouch. When dual wielded, it hits with a base damage of 66 with an explosion of 150 feet. And with 7 stacks of overcharge, you can make that 206 damage with an explosion of 500 feet before adding your heart stat or any other stat bonuses that you probably have. And then at last we have 5 upgrade points remaining, but what do we even get? Well, oh shit, you're telepathic. Yeah, okay. Grab Teleport level 1. This will represent your instant transmission, and then grab Telepathy level 3 so you can speak psychically with anyone within 100 feet of you. And that's it for the build, folks. We are out of points. So how do we do? Well, not perfect. Goku actually has a surprising number of abilities, and we weren't able to max them all out, let alone our base stats. However, we did get all of his forms, which in a battle will give him crazy stat boosts. So if you go Super Saiyan 1 with Super Form level 1, Super Saiyan 2 with Super Form level 2, and then Super Saiyan 3 with Super Form level 3, then you go Super Saiyan 4 with Ego Takeover level 3, then Super Saiyan God with Release Form level 2, then Super Saiyan Blue with Second Release, then go Ultra Instinct with Thunder God mode, then you activate Greater Speed, Power, Skill, and Heart, and then you activate Reaper Speed, Power, Skill, and Heart. Your stats are gonna look like this. So while your base stats are not maxed out to 35 with all your forms up, you can still really just steamroll over anything. So don't worry if your opponent's beating you at first, just scream louder, grab a bottle of hair dye, and don't worry if you think your opponent's not going to let you power up. This is Dragon Ball Z. You've got at least another 30 episodes to finish the fight. And that'll about do it. Please give me a like and subscribe, as it really does help me to keep pumping out content both on YouTube and off, and brings us closer to an official release. You can also join our Discord group at Sinister Jester Worlds of Myth, and join our Facebook group at Worlds of Myth RPG. And with that, my beautiful weebs, I will see you next time. Peace.